My name is Nicole Strauss, and today I will be covering plastic pollution globally. Plastic is something that everybody in the world uses at some point in their everyday lives. From the moment you wake up in the morning and brush your teeth to the moment you go to bed at night drinking a nice sip of water out of your plastic cup. Take a moment and think about where all of this plastic goes. According to the Target Fed News Service, only 8% of the plastic in the world ends up in the recycling bin. This means that the other 92% of the plastic ends up somewhere, such as the ocean, the streets, the mountains, anywhere but the recycling bin. Today I'm going to talk about the dangers and prominence of plastic in the world. In order to do this, I'm going to first talk about the problems associated with plastic pollution. Then I will talk about the causes for plastic pollution. And lastly, I will cover some solutions on how to try and put an end to plastic pollution. Let's first start off by talking about the problems associated with plastic pollution. There are two main problems associated with plastic pollution. First, I'm going to talk about the dangers to marine life, and then I will talk about how it harms Earth's landmarks. According to the Targeted Fed News Service, globally, about 8 million tons of plastic pollution enters the ocean each year. This is equivalent to about one large garbage truck being dumped into the ocean every minute. Now think about where all this plastic in the ocean goes. Some of it sinks to the depths and some of it floats at the top. Along these ways, that marine life is mistaking this plastic for food. This is causing for animals in the marine to die daily. These animals aren't able to decompose of this food and it just sits and clogs up their stomach. When it sits and clogs up their stomach, it expands their stomach to the point it can no longer push anymore. These animals are being found dead with absurd amounts of plastic in their stomachs. This is a chain reaction. As animals eat animals with plastic in them, these animals are getting plastic in their bodies as well. It's unavoidable if you're eating predators. These predators are eating other animals with all this plastic in them. Earth's natural landmarks are also being very affected by the plastic pollution. According to the Targeted Fed News Service, the Mediterranean Sea is turning into a dangerous plastic trap with record levels of pollution from microplastics threatening marine species and human health. Some of our favorite places to go see, visit, are becoming a danger to not only the animals but also the humans. This is crazy. It is important that we are aware that our beautiful landmarks, our marine life, and the animals and the mammals and the humans are all being affected by this plastic. Now that I've talked about the problems associated with plastic pollution, I'm going to talk about some of the causes. The two main causes associated with plastic pollution are negligence and overuse. Let's start by talking about negligence. According to the Targeted Fed News Service, the role of plastic is key for industrial sectors such as agriculture and tourism. See, this is a very arrogant statement. We should change our mindsets from thinking that we need plastic in order to complete certain tasks to the mindset that we can we can do anything we want without the use of plastic. There are ways around plastic use, we just aren't using them effectively. There is also a huge overuse of plastic. According to the Targeted Fed News Service, 300 million tons of plastic are used every year. 50% of this plastic is single-use purposes. This means that you drink the water bottle, you throw it out. Imagine how many water bottles that you've thrown out in your lifetime. What was the purpose of that when you could have one for all those things? Think again about how many times you use plastic throughout your day. I bet the number would astonish you. These are all avoidable ways, hence it is overused. Now that we've talked about the causes associated with plastic pollution, let's talk about ways that we can help put an end to this plastic pollution. According to the Targeted Fed News Service, by improving how we manage plastic waste and investing in innovative solutions, we can reduce 1.8 million tons of carbon pollution, generating billions of dollars in revenue and creating approximately 42,000 jobs. This is all by taking a step back and letting the government look at how we can manage this plastic pollution. There has been multiple steps taken in order to do this. Certain cities have banned the use of plastic bags in the grocery stores. Little steps like this are making a big difference. Another way that we ourselves can make a difference is to switch over to non-plastic bagging options. There's also a ban to end the single use of plastics. According to the Target Fed News Service, Oceana, a non-profit ocean conservation organization, shows Amazon customers are buying more and more due to the COVID-19 global pandemic. Well, this is leading to more plastic use. Concerned about plastic pollution and its impact on the oceans, they want major retailers such as Amazon to give them plastic-free packaging choices. This would be a major large-scale step in the right direction. A way that we ourselves can partake in this is not personally using single-use plastics. Take all that out of your life. If you are using it only once and done, it's not worth it. Now that I've talked about the problems associated with plastic pollution, the causes, and the solutions, I want you to think about the overwhelming impact of plastic on our Earth. I talked about the dangers and the prominence of plastic pollution in the world. I would like you to think back to how many times a day you are using plastic in your life. If that number is over 1, you know that you can cut back on at least one thing. Do what you can to help save our Earth, as we only have one Earth and one lifetime to save it. Thank you.